Here is the box of Crayola Oil Pastels. We are going to see if these are any different than regular. It says you can blend them. Color mixing, tints, and shades. Tints are when you add black, shades are when you add white, and then tones are when you add gray, which they did not put on there. So it says you can blend them, you can scratch them, which would be really cool, and you can do rubbings. These are all of them. They are, and we are going to compare them to the crayons. These are from 1999. I don't know if there's any more recent ones, but we're going to check these out, see how they compare. I can see if they color on wood as opposed to the other ones that did not, the Crayola crayons that do not. So we are going to start. This has the name of the item on it, which is this one's pink, oil pastels, some information on it. Made in Korea. I am going to do a square box and do shading from left to right. So the laydown is pretty thick. The lines are pretty thick. You could probably sharpen these. And I am using paper that is made with a little tooth. So I've noticed that crayons perform better on paper like this. But these are oil pastels, right? So how do they compare to the other ones I just did a video on? They are very flaky compared to normal Crayola crayons. Very thick. Very thick. Okay, the next one is brick red right here. Just going to cover it once like this. And then do some more. Very thick, very flaky, but very pigmented. I hope I can get them all on this page. I'm gonna have to write smaller, probably. There we go, maybe that will help. But you do get a ton of pigment. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at the cost of these comparatively. Let's see. This one's just plain red. Made it big again. This one is red orange. So the laydown is super, super thick. So you could use like a sharpener and just like sharpen an edge if you wanted to get that red orange, right? More pointed tip. We're gonna have to start writing a lot smaller. Okay, I do like them. They're very pretty. Okay, next one is peach. I feel like I am running out of room. Next one is apricot. Trying to make it smaller. Next one is gold. Let's see, kind of looks a little shiny. You can see that in there. It looks green to me. This one is Goldenrod. See, this looks more gold to me. That looks green. These are not in order. Oh my gosh. This one's yellow orange. Well, I think the gold was just, should have been more with the greens. These are probably fine. Okay. The next one is yellow. But I love these. So it makes me wonder why these are not more popular. If they're better, they could be more expensive, more flaky. But the lay down is super fast. Green, yellow. Okay, so now we did not get half of them on there. I'm gonna have to write really small on this other side. Like very small. Like in the margins or something like that. Okay, this one is sea green. It's a very light color. This one is yellow green. Okay. Now that's halfway, so we got to smoosh the other half into this, which will be interesting. Let's see. So this one's green. This one is blue-green. You can hardly read that. Oops, sorry guys. Okay, this one is forest green. Look at how like I think this is just bloom on there, but the color still comes out really nice. So crayons last a long time. I have some that are like over 100 years old that work just fine. Okay. Oh, that one should have been switched with that one. This one's blue. Actually, don't use these much, but after today I might use them more. It's like you have these supplies that are just sitting there and you're like, you don't know the full potential for them, right? Okay, the next one is, oh sorry guys, the next one is sky blue. Look, I've got like 6 into here on this side where I had 4. So hopefully we'll be able to keep all of them on the same page. It's really hard to get a gradient with these though, I've noticed. Sky blue. So I would imagine you can blend pretty easy with them, but getting a gradient is a little bit more difficult. Okay, this one is midnight blue. Trying to write legibly. Next one is blue violet. Next one is violet. This one is actually very close to blue violet. Surprisingly so. Next one is red violet. These would go on a lot stickier, smoother than regular crayons. And we'll look at the colors comparatively, but this is white. No, you can't really see it. There is some black specks on it. Oh, you can. That's really cool. I can see it in the camera. Hopefully it'll show up when you guys are watching this. This one is gray. Okay, we just have 3 more, guys. I think we're gonna make it. Silver. So this one also has those specks in it. It's very similar to gray. Maybe a tad more blue. And it definitely has those specks. Okay, the next one, oops, is black. And then the last one, oh, I did not write the name of that. I will go back and do that, is brown. All right, so some of the things it said you can do with these, let's remind ourselves. It says that we can blend them, we can scratch them, and then we can also rub them. So let's try these things. I'm gonna take like a yellow and another yellow and a green. Let's see. Oh boy, I'm getting it on the page already. And see if we can get these to blend. So let's go up here to the top. We're just gonna lightly color. Okay, and then we'll take our next one and lightly color. So we get our blend. It's looking good so far. Ooh, this is where it's a little tricky right here. Ooh, but look, we see that those two are coming together and creating this new color. So it was true, but it did get it a little bit. Whatever, we'll come back and do that more. Okay. Okay, so there's our blend so far. So now we're going to come back and just, you know, blend it out. Seems the lighter it is, the better it does. Like right here, it's like, I almost just want to scratch. Yeah, you can do that. Scratch away if it gets too dark. Okay. And we come in here. That is probably the best blend right here. You can't really tell where one color starts and the other one ends. Between this green and that one's not as good. So I don't know if it's the operator error or just the colors are too different to blend, but I'm trying to push a little bit more. Not the most natural blend right there, but that's okay. And then this looks good right here. So then There we go. They do blend. Let's try to make a lighter color with this green, adding our tints and tones. So this is where, so we're going to do 4 spots here. Oh, not, well, this is going to be the regular green, okay? And this is going to be one of them. This is going to be another one of them. But we're not pressing super hard yet because we want to be able to get this in here. Oh my gosh. I don't even know. That just looks black on top. I don't know how these are going to blend. This one's actually blending. So we're getting a difference in that one. That one kind of is blending. We'll see if it changes when we put another layer on top of this green, if it changes. That one, not really. But now this is where, this one's a little tricky. It's like black is black. So it's hard to get a mid-range tone, whereas like it would be easier with paint. But you see it's coming through, right? So we are getting those different colors, those different hues from Just. This is really, I think, that one of the first times I've used these guys. So you should feel lucky. I'm using my colors on you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna see. That black is just so intense. It's very hard to get a different color, but it's like a shade of black. So this is was where we started at, which is very saturated green, and then you can see how you get less saturated as you add black, white, or gray. This was our blending right here. We are also going to try to draw on wood real fast. This was a wood, this was a Crayola crayon, to remind you, and this was the Yasutoma. You should go back and watch that video if you haven't. So we will try to recreate the same thing over here and see if it does it any differently. Ooh, so far I think I know the winner. But you guys will see. Oh, that one's not doing too bad. But so while these ones are doing a much better job than the crayons did, let's do the red outline like we did on the Yasutomo side. So we just have the same comparison. Ooh, that one turned out good. I am just, for the sake of it, gonna try a green coming down. Okay, let's look at these. This one is pretty good. The color is much better than the crayon, so you can draw on wood with these. If we flip this over to the other side, it could just be the difference in color. This one does not look as saturated. So let's look at the pink compared to what it looks like on the wood. So, I mean, it could just be that difference in color between that one. Like this pink is a little bit more vibrant, and this one has a little bit more white in it, so it's a little paler. This red looks very similar. So we can say that yes, oil pastels are much better than crayons when you're trying to draw on wood. They blend very well. We can do all these other things. We are actually going to do another gradient like we did before. So I'll do that really fast for you guys. So we have our gradient. I messed up here a little bit. We're going to be covering with black, so it doesn't matter. So you can either cover it with black or you can color with white. Color it with black. So what you do is you come in here and you draw over your gradient, okay? And you can see a little bit of the underneath part, but you can kind of tell, but it's not that obvious. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a paper clip and And I'm just gonna write my name because I know my name. It's easy. So we're gonna come in here. And you'll notice that I've actually taken away, so I was doing it pretty hard. I took away a lot of the pigment of the actual crayon on the paper. If we were just, let's say, lightly rubbing, does it come off as bad? You know, I don't know. But it is cool what you can do though, because I've just taken the crayon away and it's shown underneath. I mean, you could write with black and you could scrape it away. You could scrape away like one of these colors too, and you would just see the stuff underneath. So that's another really cool thing that you can do with oil pastels. We created the tints and shades. Let's try to do some color mixing. So let's say for some reason we didn't have purple. So we wanted to do red and blue together. So let's see if we can actually create a color with this. So I'm just gonna lightly go in there. So I don't know if we're getting purple. It looks like a shade of different things. It's very, very dark. Very, very dark. So I'm wondering if we could come in here, kind of lighten it up a little tad so we actually kind of get that purple. There we go. I'm starting to see a little bit more purple now that we've lined it up. So here were the two colors that we tried. I'll put one on either side so we know that there's a difference between the two. So what I found is that it needed to be a little bit lighter, so we added the white. But then it definitely is lighter, so I don't know if we could go just a tad. Let's see. That still is pretty dark, right? It's very hard to, I just want to have without the white for a minute. You kind of just do every other. I mean, it's almost like it's creating a black or a brown. So I definitely like it with the white a little bit better because then you get the difference. It does kind of make it more pastel-y. It's not as vibrant as those two together. But you got sacrifices for what you want, right? So what do you guys think? Did you like the gradients? Did you like creating different tones? Did you like the rubbing with the name and the gradient, or did you like making other colors better? Let me know in the comments below. I wanted to compare these to the Easy Pill crayons. If we go in here, our oranges are pretty much the same, our reds are the same, so these are ones that are gonna be more, I call them lipsticky. But you can see the lime is similar to the yellow green. We have the green sky blue. These might be a tad lighter. Blue is definitely different. This one's a little more greenish. Pink, that one's a little bit more vibrant, the Easy Pill. So the colors don't appear to be 100% the same, but they are very, very similar. Like this one's a little bit darker, this one's a little bit redder on that one. So these are our crayons. And mind you, this paper is not paper with tooth. I've actually colored with crayons on paper with tooth, and I should probably redo this video so you guys can see how much better it is to color on paper that actually is made for crayons as opposed to just regular printer paper, because regular printer paper is not great. But you can see that this is a lot better. Like the laydown is a lot nicer. The colors look pretty similar. Brick red, we got our pink. I don't know if we have a pink in here, which is interesting. There's a pink in here, but not a pink in here. Then we have orange. It's just not as vibrant on here, but like I said, I should probably do the peach. It doesn't show up as much. Some of these colors don't show up as much, but they might if it was on better paper. Is there a gold? Yeah, the gold. See, this one's a lot more yellowy. This one's a lot greener. So the gold is definitely different. goldenrod, yellow, orange, similar, yellow, green, yellow. So they are similar colors. There are a few exceptions like gold and probably some of these other ones, but for the most part, the colors are pretty similar, but the laydown is not as good as these ones. But these ones are a lot less flaky, and I feel like that's why probably they don't use them in school, is because these ones, well, yes, they might be more pigmented and everything. These ones still provide great color for kids in a classroom. They have a good lay down. They're not flaky. They're not going to make a mess. Like this might make a mess all over a desk, whereas this one would not probably make a mess all over a desk. So that's about some of the differences I see there. Did you guys see anything different either when we compared these? What do you guys think? What's your favorite color out of all these? I love yellow orange. I love like sky blue, blue green. Like the red is really pretty. Let me know which one is your favorite color. Would you guys pick these up? Do you guys like them? Do you like them better than the crayons? Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.